What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to another episode of the Nonstop Review. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally, as always, is Rick.
Hello, everyone.
Today we're doing more Steven Universe, because it's the Nonstop, and we like to dive straight in. So with that in mind, Rick, what are we doing?
Steven Universe, Season 4, Episode 14, The Zoo. 3, 2, 1, and go.
For those of you watching, we had a pleasant chat about pissing and sinks in the meantime, in between episodes. That we will not repeat on air. But that's what we do in between episodes, is we just talk bollocks for about 5 minutes.
Well, I'd like to clarify that we don't piss in sinks between episodes. But yes, we do just chat random bullshit.
It would be incredibly weird for me to piss in a sink between episodes, because there's a toilet literally opposite my door, and the sink is further away than the toilet. So...
Yeah.
That would be like a choice to make, and the wrong one in every category.
Going out of your way to be a bellend.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that outfit...
hair braided.
That outfit actually really suits Greg.
It does.
Aww. Is Greg gonna want to not go home because he's got bitches here?
Not quite.
I respect...
Yeah, he's already tried to escape.
I respect human ingenuity to be like, listen, I will try every way to escape. Oh, that's a bloke! I thought it was a bird!
Oh yeah, they call him Gareg.
Why does that one look like Greg's kid? Like Greg's bastard love child. He ain't been here this long.
It does and all.
It's almost as if Greg could be attractive if he put some effort in.
I mean, you've seen him when he was younger, yeah.
But he still had messy hair and looked a bit rough, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so everyone's like heard the legend of the Stephen.
Yeah, they heard the legend of the Stephen, and they're talking about the fry bits, which are like from episode 2.
Well, it's from an episode we definitely did on the review.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sinister.
Getting called up by the apple earrings.
Stephen. Oh, that's some fucking Pavlov conditioning.
Yeah, being told that you're hungry.
You don't want to get used to this shit, Greg. That is not something I would ever trust.
It looks so much like a video game.
See, this is really actually quite... I like this from a point of view where I'm coming from. That was a weird way to phrase what I just phrased. I think zoos are evil. Like, in real life. And this is a perfect way to demonstrate why zoos are fucking evil.
Because if this is the best you can come up with for a zoo...
Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think we should be all militant and destroy every single zoo that we've got, because the animals that are currently in zoos will not function if put into the wild because they've been fundamentally fucked, psychologically speaking. But I think we should not breed animals in captivity, and zoos should die the fuck out. And there's always that one person who goes, but what about animals that go extinct in the wild? And it's like, yeah, what about them? Just, if they're extinct in the wild, what good is having a fucking captured populace do? Well, you can still look at them. How is that good for the fucking animal?
Yeah, it's... Yeah, preservation is like... It's a great argument, but also, like you say...
You should channel that funding and that effort into actually stopping the animal from going extinct, rather than stopping them from going extinct by keeping 2 in the wild and making them miserable. Not wild, sorry, captivity.
However, sometimes there is a culture around murdering the animals and poaching and all that. So the only way to keep them safe from poachers is to put them into reserves, and even then, it doesn't always work.
Yes, but a reserve is not a zoo.
True.
A reserve is, this area, it is illegal to hunt. If we find you with guns, we will shoot you. Like, have you seen those special army forces that sole job is to guard a single rhino?
Ah. I actually haven't, but I can imagine it.
I almost called him Dad, fuck. I thought Greg was putting on an act for the machine, but no, he's just been brainwashed so easily.
Yeah.
Hey, what happens if a random fucking ruby falls in here? Do the animals get shot like Harambe? I find his weird cat mouth unsettling.
A little bit. It might be part of the inbreeding, but it also might just be showing how he's always happy.
We're just assuming there's inbreeding going on, folks, but considering Pink set this up fucking a shit zillion years ago, and Blue's been maintaining it but not capturing new stock, they have to be inbred as fuck. Oh, you should be so happy about that, Steve.
Oh yeah, because these guys have never had anything but idyllic lifestyle.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't get Greg to do that. That's awful.
Yeah, he's the strongest one here.
Well, also, he's your dad. Isn't Steven secretly strong as fuck?
Yeah, he is.
He can't hurt his dad, which is adorable.
No.
It's adorable because Steven just asked Greg to do the exact same thing to him. Also, could you imagine how much of a fucked up image it would be if we had Greg raising his fist to Steven?
It would have been, yeah. It'd be like old school Simpsons with Homer choking Bart.
You know, I was wondering the other day, literally just the other day, as to whether Homer still did that, and I had to imagine he doesn't.
Basically, no. I think they show clips of it in the past, but yeah, he doesn't do it fresh.
The Choosening, is that some kind of fucked up lottery? What is this sinister Bagul shit? Are they summoning Cthulhu?
I think it's where they pair up and breed.
No. No! You don't even get a name. I can imagine a bunch of fucking incels being super into that concept.
Yeah, they just get given a mate.
Oh, I love how panicked Greg is. Oh, that's interesting that the magical earrings do indeed account for what the people want to be called themselves, as opposed to assigning actual names.
Yeah, I think the original ones were given numbers, and over the years they just forgot what names were.
I'm like 3 times their age, bro. This implies that that Pink Diamond like to watch humans just randomly fuck.
Yeah. It might have been what gave her the taste for it.
Aww. Hey, nothing wrong with... Well, okay, that's a bit too much, but there's still nothing wrong with it. Greg is handling this like a fucking pro. Oh! Oh.
Yeah, this is the first time any of them have been upset.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because most people get their first taste of the word no when they're about 6.
Oh, not even that. You get it when you're, 0 years old.
Well, yeah, but you don't really know what words are at 0. You know, at 6, you're old enough to understand concepts.
I mean, even when you're really small, before you're forming memories, you're still learning. You can still get angry at being denied
Rick,
something.
you're doing that fucking thing where you're being pedantic for no reason. You know what I'm trying to say. That would be terrifying. The first time you break out into tears and then these gems that you may have never had contact with just burst in and go, hey, fuck you, shut the fuck up.
They're being real supportive. It's real cute.
Well, that one is. The other two were being a bit terrifying.
Yeah. Just pick you up by the waist and sling you over a shoulder.
And we know that one's not our amethyst because she has a gem on her cheek. Oh, fuck you, you cock tease. Man, that was a real fucking prick tease, that one. Oh.
It was, but it was... I think it's one of the most rich world-building episodes that we've had that's not just Earth.
I get what you're saying, because that didn't give us anything to do with Homeworld. It didn't give us anything to do with Earth. It was, here's this little biome that Pink Diamond was working on.
Yeah, it's like Watermelon Island, but done well.
Wow.
I think the only real downfall of the Watermelon Island was that nobody had any words, whereas this you can really get the feel of, yes, these inbred little people have everything decided for them and they live this idyllic life, and the first time it's upset for them, it's earth-shaking to them. Well, not even earth-shaking, because they don't even know what Earth is.
I kind of get what you're saying, but Watermelon Island didn't really have the same theme in that the watermelons all had free will. They created their own society, and the only problem they actually they could choose who they ended up with, and they grew new. They were seeds, so there was none of the inbred stupid shit going on. But you've got to realize the thing that shook their world was literally their world shaking because Malachite came out the fucking ocean like a kaiju.
Yes.
So I don't think the two are really comparable.
True enough. But yeah, what did you think of it?
Yeah, it was a good episode. It was interesting. I agree with you. It was an interesting bit of world building. A lot of fucked up experiments that humans would condemn, and yet Pink Diamond and the diamonds in general, gems in general, are so above that and so removed from that they can do it without the ethical consequences. But it's still fucked up.
Yeah, it's like being 6 and having an ant farm in your room.
I didn't get an ant farm till I was 14, and I think I benefited from that because that meant I was actually interested.
Yeah, and you could actually take care of them rather than just having it somewhere in the house, and now and again you look at the patterns that the ants make.
Desperately trying to get out because you haven't fed them.
Yep.
Fucking hell. We had this weird ant farm where it didn't come with dirt, it came with gel, and I didn't like it. I thought that was a bit weird, but yeah, other than that, it was an interesting watch. They had a little tube accessory that, you better hope you connect this correctly because otherwise you'll have ants in your house.
Yes.
But it's how you fed them. You put a little strawberry or whatever, insert fruit here into the little dish, and that was connected via a tube, and you get to see the ants walking along the tube to fetch the food and bring it into the rest of the colony.
Yeah, and how many dead ants were in this tube that had been trying to escape?
I don't recall, but
lots.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing a ton of dead ants, but I was also not technically in charge of looking after the ants, so I don't think I ever realised how many just got killed for no reason.
Yeah.
On that depressing note, Rick, favourite moment?
I think it was probably the choosening, because it was the thing that highlighted exactly how fucked up the whole world was, and having it revealed that, oh yeah, this is the person that you're going to breed with. It was very clinical and very intentionally disturbing. But yeah, how about you? What was your favourite moment?
I just want to add to that very briefly in that I'm not going to look it up because I don't want to, and that's the truth. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a weird fucking hentai comic somewhere of Pink Diamond observing back in the day.
Yeah, just taking notes. Taking notes, yeah.
But yeah, my favourite moment was also the choosing for a bit of a slightly different reason, in that Greg got to teach everyone that consent is an important thing.
Yes, yes.
He also got to teach them that, hey, you don't have to just be a boy and a girl. You could have a harem, as long as everyone's into it. But I'm not, so sorry.
Yeah. I thought it was also rather nice that that everyone was involved in choosing Greg. It doesn't matter what gender. Like, there was even the old lady was there.
It was heartbreaking when the big lad in the back was the first one to break into tears and then rip his shirt off in because he was so upset. It's like, I must remove shirt. Why, universe? Why?
Everything is more intense when you take your shirt off.
But yeah, all that's left to do is determine an MVP. So with that in mind, Rick, who do you think deserves it this time?
It's Greg. Like, as you said, he's the one that got to teach the other kids, not even kids, adult children, as it were, about consent and the outside world. He did it a lot better than Stephen did. So yeah, it's Greg from me. How about you?
It's interesting you say that, though, because in the context of Greg, everyone is basically a child here.
Yes.
And yeah, you're right, he does do a better job of Stephen, but Greg also has a lot more real life experience, so should be able to educate people a bit better than Stephen can.
Yeah, I think he also took it like a champ, like being thrust into this new scenario and just kind of accepting it, because I think he gave up on being rescued.
I don't think, well, yeah, I think there was that case of, he's always been a bit of a free spirit. We've learnt this from flashbacks and whatnot. The first thing he allegedly did was try to escape via the water, and I have no doubt he probably tried a few other methods as well. Quickly couldn't find anything and was just like, okay. Then he met people and he was like, well, there's people here and they seem pretty chill. Pass me the blunt, homie.
Yes.
But yeah, as for MVP, I totally agree with you. Greg gets it here. He was very standout amongst the cast of this episode. Sorry, Stephen.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that about does it for us today. Join us again next week where we'll watch That Will Be All, which sounds like it will be the end of this little arc, but it might not be. Who knows? Join us and find out. Bye, guys.
Bye.